I wasn't going to do this tonight, but it amazes me the number of people that still don't get the foreign-born, native-born numbers. And what's funny, there's a lot of experts out there saying 9 out of 10 jobs have went to foreign-born since 2020 or something like that. Nothing could be further from the truth. So I'm going to try to explain it to you one more time and show you what's going on. Let's pull up guest worker visas. I'm going to show you all the way from the beginning. I have a file out there. Every month I enter the foreign-born employed and the native-born employed. This gives you the total non-farm payroll. Tells you the percentages of the workforce and all that. But what's more important is these calculations of the gains. You see here in March 2007, foreign-born employed gain was 437,000. Native-born was 585,000. Well, native-born's in green because they won that month. That's all it means. This foreign-born percentage of combined gains and native-born, that basically shows where they're at as of January 2007. In other words, 42.8% is how many jobs the foreign-born have got as of January 2007 through April 2007, whatever it is I'm comparing there. And native-born have got 57.2%, which is good. That's what it should be. But trust me, it changes a lot. I'm showing you this because I want you to understand the whole thing beginning to end. There's some smart people out there, and once I show them this stuff, if they'll look at it, they'll be able to take it further. I'm talking to you, Josh Simmons, and Nick Plum, and Chief Engineer, people y'all, Amanda, Louise, people like y'all. Anyway, I have a link here to source data. And you can go over here and click on this, and you can go down here and you click employed for foreign-born and employed for native-born, retrieve data, and you get the rough data. But see how it's in the in this Excel spreadsheet like this? Kind of hard to work with like that. That is why I put it in here like this. That way we can calculate our job gains and all this. Now I'm going to leave this open because I want you to see what happens. We're going to go to guest worker visas again. This time we're going to create on the job creation scorecard because it's important you understand this stuff. Let's go down to the first part. Native-born share of total employment. From January 2022. And we did that because of the fact that the Corona scam screwed everything up. The losses were so big that if I tried to chart them here, most of this wouldn't show up. So I made the decision to start in January 2022, after the Corona scam theoretically recovered. That way we compare apples to apples. So if we go back here now, and we find January 2022, we can click on this. I got it all set up for you, man. Make it easy for you. Got some sorting problems here, but there's okay. January 2022. And we're going to compare that against the most recent day, which was April 2026. We're going to hit compare. So now we can see that we have the foreign-born employed and the native-born employed. They both went up. Foreign-born went up 3,670,000. Native-born went up 3,492,000. Total workforce is the total of those two. Now here's something most people miss. You get all these people, these Brahmin class idiots out there that think that, hey, you can't prove a one-for-one displacement. You watch this number right here, foreign-born percentage and native-born percentage, they always match. They're 180 out. If this 1.46% goes up for foreign-born, native-born went down 1.46%. I don't know how I can make it any clearer than that. But that's neither here nor there. I just want you to understand where all this stuff works. So if we go back to the presidential job creation, this is the native-born share of total employment and the foreign-born share of total employment. That comes right here. Foreign-born percentage of combined gains and native-born percentage of combined gains for that month. Pay attention, and the month matters. Now this here, native-born job gains and foreign-born job gains, what I do is I take, say this month here, March 2007, 429,000. I subtract February 2007 from it. That gives me a gain or a loss. And I track that here. As you can see, this is always trading in what they call a range, is what the stock market guys would say. Same thing with foreign-born. This is why I refuse to say that 9 out of 10 jobs went to foreign-born workers. It's bullshit. You can see it's up and down every goddamn month. Those people are just too lazy to do their homework, what it works down to. Now, I have three things, because I've seen the White House try to say, hey, we created this many jobs, they all went to native-born this month, don't you know? Well, every time I see numbers, I find their numbers, and I go back and I recreate it right here in the chart. So we got a current month versus previous month. We got it this year versus last year. You know, it's 2026 minus 2025. The current month versus would be 2026 April minus 2026 March. Excuse me, man. I got bugs and spiders and everything else in this hellhole. But I live with it. The only true numbers that I have found to cut out all this noise I showed you right here is to use the oldest month versus the newest month. That way you have a fixed number from when we start back in January 2007. When we look at that, we find that foreign-born has gone up 9,292,000. Native-born's gone up 9,213,000. Pretty close, ain't it? So don't tell me that the foreign-born are getting 9 out of 10 jobs, because that's bullshit. Excuse my language. And there at the end, I chart those two numbers right here. This, which gives you these three bars right here. That's all it is. Nothing fancy. No, it's not rocket science. We're not going to the moon. Even Elon Musk could figure this one out. So now we come down here to share of total job gains since January 2007. We find that native-born has gone up 49.8%, and foreign-born has gone up 50.2%. Now next week, these numbers are going to change again because they're going to release the new data on Friday, I think it is. And usually by 9:30, I have it updated. If you ever want to know what the latest status is, you go to guest worker visas, and then you click on job creation scorecard. You now know everything about foreign-born and native-born job creation, if you will use it. If you continue to fall for those idiots out there that saying 9 out of 10 jobs went to foreign-born, hey, I can't help you, man. That's a special kind of ignorance as far as I'm concerned. If you want to know exact totals, you're going to find exact totals. But you have to use January 2007 to April 2026 to cut out the noise. Otherwise, you're going to be believing that stuff that, hey, 9 out of 10 jobs went to foreign born. That's bullshit. Excuse my language. I shouldn't cuss, but I worked in the oil field. I worked in the Navy. I worked on a ranch. I guarantee you every one of them cussed. So it's a hard habit to break. But you do have my apologies. Anyway, if you have any questions on this, if you're a journalist, or if you're one of them guys or gals out there that's uncovering all this stuff and you don't really understand it, ask me. I will give you an answer. I guarantee you. Might not be the answer you like, but I'll show you exactly how I calculate it and why I calculate it. And I can't do no more than that for you. Anyway, enough for tonight. I'm going to go drink me a beer, listen to a little YouTube and Pandora and all that, and wait for the next season of NCIS and U.S. Marshals and all that good stuff. Gets my mind off this stuff. Have fun. Enjoy it.